Почему? У нас микрофон один здесь получается вот у тебя. Можешь вот там все повесить, если включаем. А второй на вешалке, надо не забыть. Не забудем. Вирусь, не забудь снять.
It would be one slide, so I would say, like the first one. Yeah, thank you. Организация на высшем уровне просто. Ничего не работает.
Нормально, все будет.
По-моему, вы давно.
Вы сегодня подправьте на завтра к часу, чтобы все
завтра,
работало.
Ты первая, да, выступаешь, получается?
Нет, уже выступали.
Выступали?
Но я не знаю, как они это делали.
Ага, ну, без презентации. Так, ну мы будем поддерживать, даже если ничего не будет работать.
Спасибо.
Как это так и классы в одно время, даже не в половину? Там еще одна девочка, я из другой шоу, я хотела ее тоже послушать.
Сейчас
тоже
она?
лэш?
А что у нее?
У нее бизнес, social media strategy, вот это
Ну,
всё.
у меня типа вот первые полчаса такой раскачка, поэтому если...
А ты будешь
прям
делать
это-
и этот самый
А?
практику?
Нет.
Я тоже не буду.
Ну да, в одно время ставить классы вообще.
Ну, их не так
Есть
много,
такие.
вроде чего поставить в одно время, да? Hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you.
Нет, котик на английском.
Давай сзади сядем, чтобы не мешать. Вирусь, пошли туда.
Дом на русском, да, разговаривай.
А?
Дом на русском
Это
разговаривай.
моя племяшка.
Ты моя дочка. Нет?
Это собака.
Меня тоже. Ну, не знаю, мне показалось похоже просто. Светленькая. Шляпкой похоже, подожди.
Ну да, поддержка моя.
Да.
Шляпка. See you.
No, it's a slow computer.
Это просто совдеповский.
Шейна.
Мне кажется, здесь больше половины.
Ты первый раз здесь?
А они первый раз
первый раз
делают?
Я просто вообще не знала. У меня друг мне звонит, говорит, Маш, я тут ходил в форте, увидел объявление, ты там вообще есть? Я говорю, нет, это что? И он мне скинул просто фотку, типа, знаешь, какую там указателя. Я такая, ладно. Посмотрела, что...
Пойду посмотрю, что
Пойду посмотрю. Я вообще, то есть нигде не увидела, в Инстаграм как-то.
Не, они мне попадались. Они
Да?
мне как-то
Может
вот,
быть.
нет, я не знаю, может уже после того, как они мне написали, там
скорее
в конце
всего, потому
стали
что
попадаться
я
без
именно-
конца. То есть они еще пишут.
Да, была, да, реклама?
Ну, я, насколько знаю, правда, не видела, но
Да, я
я
вам
помню,
теперь
что студент из школы.
Okay, so can you give me the next slide?
Вау.
Because I want to see what you...
Потому что там
I would be
имейл.
able to
Ну,
read
я
it from here.
это самое, но они отправили,
Okay.
да, и... О, у меня на темном фоне вообще ничего
И ранее видно.
А мне кажется, что так даже лучше, ярче. Наверное, через телефон хорошо, если посмотреть через телефон. Да, через телефон хорошо. Через телефон все четко. Вообще.
Да, на телефон снимать?
Да.
Are we allowed to take videos or pictures?
Of
or
course!
anything?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what you have to do. Videos, pictures.
That's why it's blurry like that, and you can see it better than the phone.
Okay,
So.
yeah.
Where are you from?
Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
It's
where
a
are you
long way,
from?
right?
Yes.
You're from here, Miami.
Oh, okay, that's so fun. I'm so excited. This is my first year lashing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I thought
Okay.
it would be.
You already working with volume?
What'd you say?
Do you work on volume sounds or just classic?
I'm getting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, hybrids, but I can do some volumes. I don't know. They aren't the best though, but getting there, like I said.
You'll get there, girl. You'll
Yeah.
get there.
Thank you. I hope so.
You will. We've all been there. We all started.
Yes.
Now we're here, so you'll get there.
How long have you been lashing?
For 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm more like with the teaching now, mentoring.
Yeah.
Helping others to build their business and to improve their work, of course.
Yeah.
Have you tried LNM before?
No.
Never? something new. I know already like I had a lot of people
Хорошо.
like came to my booth and they're like, oh my god, I'm waiting for this class because they also been from like some states. They're like, no one there is doing it. So
Yes, I've heard it's
really
so popular,
popular.
but yeah, I've never,
Yeah, I
never
mean
seen
you have to know how
anybody.
to work with these girls if you want to get there. But believe me, once you start taking pictures, everyone's gonna be so excited. All your clients gonna ask only for this girls.
Really?
They will be like,
Okay.
I want
Is
this.
it kind of like a foxy?
Yeah,
Okay.
Jedi, Fox, yeah. I'm gonna
Всё
give you all
здесь
my
найти.
things today.
Не знаю, как оно
We're gonna go
будет.
through all the details.
I'm so excited.
Ну, а если я в 5 освобожусь, я смогу нормально туда его скинешь мне локейшн?
I mean, she's gonna have, I told her, just like cover the booth up. She knows. Try me for me.
Идем по суду.
Gotta put her to work.
Or whatever, like, Kate can come. It's fine. We're gonna go us.
Я сейчас приду.
Сама сцена, наша спикеры и все участники на самом деле сидят именно на классах, точнее даже не на классах, а именно на сцене слушают спикеров. И в перерыве за этим все ходят.
Поля, если мне попал отличный момент, сегодня мы не знаем, кому кто занимается. И кофе неплохой. Да, да. Так мне вот интересно, просто ты преподаешь в школе, ну, там именно в полноценном колледже,
Бьюти-школа.
что дети,
Бьюти-школа.
школа.
Ну там,
Окей.
там просто там куча пар
Читаешь
и
лекции?
столов. Я читаю лекции. Я честно говоря, там класс очень такой, который входит в программу. Он
Славный. Да, почему я слышала, что
Да, и все почему приходят после бьюти-школы, потом дальше на классы, потому что все приходят ой, нам там такое, и это то, что я люблю. Потому что делать отношения, что это очень-очень, конечно,
слушай, ну, так,
ну
ладно, грубо говоря, ты даешь то, что сейчас
я сама программа. Ну вот, ну,
Party.
Party here, guys. We're having a party.
If you insist.
знаешь, что такое
Police,
такая?
we have Yankee Manhattan right there.
Очень интересно.
Да, на самом деле, ну, честно тебе скажу, по-моему, то, что они сидят или они сидят, смотри, я говорю, причем переключку и они потом просто читают. Но я где-то 4 часа. Я не знаю, просто вычитать потом нельзя. Ну, такой я, конечно. У них, когда они учат эстетик, они будут ставить несколько испанских.
eyelash.
Thank you. I love it how it opens up.
Shame.
Right? Oh, really?
No.
Oh, it's super cute.
Oops, that was a grand entrance.
Turn your phone off, please.
5 more minutes, guys. So where is who from? Let's talk a little bit. Let's get to know each other.
I'm from Orlando.
Orlando? How long is it gonna take you? Like 3 hours. 3 hours? Did you drive?
I did.
Are you going to stay for second day?
Yes.
Nice. You new lash artist? What's your experience?
I've been doing it for 2 years. So like somewhere like new-ish.
Okay. So have you tried L&M
No,
before?
I have not.
I'm so excited. You guys all new to this, girls. I'm so excited because this is like my favorites. Once I started offering in my studio, like once I started working with these girls, that's what every client wants to know. L&M. All the time.
That's like the new trend, I think.
Yes. That's definitely the trend. Yeah. Because you know, clients are tired of regular C&D. They always want something new. They always want
Yeah.
something unique. And that's why when you're like really offering, when you have like something different than everyone else, you guys can charge much more for that, for sure. So you're gonna raise your prices after my class. You're gonna improve your work.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited if you can share with me your results, and if you can just send me your pictures. I'm gonna like look over and tell you like if you can take something, or if it's perfect, I'm gonna post it in my Instagram. I'm always so proud of all of my students when they do a great work. So thanks for coming. So let's wait like a couple more minutes and we're gonna start. Your team ready? They can't
Пакет с пакетами. Ты уверена, что так
So for all of you guys who are gonna stay by the end, I hope you all gonna stay. I'm gonna give certificates and I'm gonna sign for each one of you. And I'll be so happy, so you can put it on your wall, one more achievement.
That's
Yeah, and if you can tag me on Instagram, it's gonna be great.
Там тоже не увидишь.
Ну да. Это некрасиво.
Кого ты не просила?
Да мы хотели, та
Да там
девочка
вообще тоже
знакомая, у
второй
нее один
класс,
человек.
один человек.
А хотела и туда послушать, а если с середины встать и уйти, что некрасиво.
Есть один человек. Hi guys, we're about to start, I think. Whoever comes later, gonna comes later, right? Couple more minutes, couple more minutes. Это что, у тебя матерь? Starting? Yeah, just have a couple more girls. They're supposed to come. so much time, so we're about to start. So our topic today, L&M curls, secrets, crafts custom, lash styles like a pro. Again, guys, thank you so much for coming. I'm so proud of you. I know it's Sunday. We're in Miami. You can stay on the beach. You can chill, enjoy, and get margaritas. And instead, you are here learning, growing, and improving your skills. And I'm so proud of each one of you because you attend this class and you willing to learn something new and you're willing to grow. And this is like so exciting. And again, I'm so proud and I'm so thankful for each one, for coming, for joining my class. I'm sure it's going to be so helpful for you in your work, and we're going to go through all mappings, all my tips and tricks, how to work with these girls, and I'm super happy to be here today and speak with you. So let me introduce myself first. I'm an international lash artist and educator with over 10 years of experience. I'm owner of Tati Lashes Studio and Tati Lashes Academy in Miami, Florida. Also, I'm multiple time certified and accredited educator since 2020. I'm author of my signature courses for beginners, for experienced artists. I've been more of 50 times certified as a lash trainer and lash artist. Also, I am championship winner 2020, 2021, and 2018. Also, I've been featuring Shout Out Miami, Voyage Miami, Carnival Miami. I'm international judge, speaker, and beauty mentor, as well as winner of international beauty awards as top master, top lash trainer. We also get best beauty studio awards. Also been featured on the TV show Destination Miami. Well, thank you so much again for coming. I'm sure in 10 years, I know some of you are just started. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of achievements also. And I wanna say, guys, always go to some types of events. Always take as much classes as you can. It's always gonna work best for you. If you can attend championships, believe me, clients gonna appreciate it. And if you wanna teach in the future, also, it's going to be great for you if you're a championship winner, so obviously you have ability to teach. So, why did I create this training? So, let's get started. My journey with L&M curls started about 5 years ago when all of my clients started coming and asked me for some unique look. So, they all were like, okay, I'm tired of regular C&D curls, like, give me something new. And that's how I started my research, and that's how I started looking for something new and get trainings online, offline for those girls, because a lot of artists are so afraid to work with these girls. The only reason why, because we don't know how to work with them. It's not that hard, it's just a little confusing in the beginning when you're just starting. But once you get there, believe me, you're gonna love it. Sometimes it's even easier, for me it's easier to work with those girls than with the regular girls. No, because I just super get used to it, my retention is always better with these girls. We're gonna talk about it. And the vision is to help lash artists stand out and charge more for their services. Guys, the main thing, what we can do when we start offering something new to our clients, believe me, they will be willing to pay you more. They'll be able to pay you much more than for regular sets. So don't be afraid to raise your prices. Once you know you're the only one artist in your city, for example, right? In Oklahoma, I don't feel like a lot of people are offering L&M curls. So
you can be the star.
you can be the star there. Because you're offering something unique, you're offering something new. And once you start taking pictures and show your work, and they will be like, wow. If it's wow, you have to pay more for it. That's what we're doing. So our goal is to charge more. We're gonna start with topic, what are L&M curls? And I give you basically the difference between curls. I add here D and C, that's what we used to have. There's a lot of different other curls that we're using, such as DD, C+, CC, B, or whatever, but obviously D and C, it's what we used to work with, what all clients are asking for. So for the C-curl structure, as we can see, it's like more natural curl, and we have slightly curled base. Versus the D-curl is a shorter base, and they're more curly. Basically, it gives more dramatic look for our clients. When we're gonna look at the L curl, and we're gonna talk about structure, the straight base with the sharp cliff. Basically, it's look like letter L. So we have a flat base, and our base is a little bit longer, what gives us a better retention. When we are attaching the L curl, because of the flat base, we have the more attachment zone, that gives us a better retention. So if your client's gonna ask, you also can offer them better retention with L curls because of the attachment zone. M curl structure. So basically when we're gonna look at the M curl, it's shorter base. It's kind of look like L curl, but it's slightly curved. So it's kind of softer look, more like a D curl. I like working with both, but M is my favorite. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So here is the key difference on some of my work. Basically, this is the D curl and this is the L curl. So, base shape. L has the longest flat base and M is softer, as I already told you about. And C and D have more curved bases. Angles. L and M give extreme lift to our clients, and versus C and D, they're following more like curve. And styling. With L and M, we can create bold and lifted effects. Versus C and D, they're like more traditional curls that we used to have and that we used to do. The most important thing we have to know about the eye shapes, because sometimes we can customize the look and we can make our work better, but sometimes we can create a messy look and we can, with the wrong styling and the wrong eye shape, we can get the result that we don't want it, such as sad look. We're going to talk about it now. So here I just want to cover the main eye shapes that perfectly suit for those girls. First is hooded eyes. As you can see here, our skin a little bit on the eyelid. So our goal will go here to lift our client eyes. So L and M curls help lift the lashes above the fold and making the eyes appear more open and more awake. It doesn't mean we always have to do fox eye or cat eye. We can also do an open eye with L and M curls. We can make her outer corners a little bit shorter, and we can do longer lashes. Right on this dome, here is going to be longer lashes, and this is going to be a lifting effect. When you see the hooded eyes, I'm sure, try this, girls. Gonna work best for you.
It does not matter L and M on hooded eyes. It does not matter.
So the next one, Sin, go back, please. Next. Next one is the monolith eyes. Guys, Asians, it's our best clients. I feel like those girls was made for the Asian eyes. Monolith eyelid. These girls create a visible lift and structure that often hidden with the softer curl. So basically, we're gonna do monolith on the monolith eye shapes. We're gonna do C curl. We're not gonna see any difference. So we cannot change our client look with the C curl. So that's why we created L&M, lifted her eyes. We can do cat eye, we can do fox eye, we can do an open eye, and believe me, it's always gonna look good on those type of eyes. So the next slide. I'm not talking about almond eyes, guys, because almond eyes is good for every girl. We know that, so I haven't added here, but if your clients have almond eyes, it's also gonna work like really good. So the next one is downturned eyes. they allowed for a lifting effect at the outer corners, correcting the downwards angle and giving a lifted fox eye look. So when you see a downturned eyes, the main thing here, you have to pay attention on the outer corners. So it's better to not do the longer lashes on the outer corner. You just fill the outer corner with a little bit shorter end. And basically we have to like cover this part of the eye to leave the eye mark. The next one is deep set eyes. For the deep set eyes, the strong base of L&M curls push the lashes forward. That's what we wanted to make them more visible from the front view. So basically it's gonna look, the deep set eyes, it's gonna open the look, it's gonna like look better on her. Again, you can use the cat eye look, you can use open eye look, so here you pick. Guys, you can play. Again, this doesn't mean like exactly only this size you can use for L now. No, you can play, you can choose different styles, you can choose different curls, you can choose different mapping. Again, you play, you see. When we practice, we can see better on the practice. So I'm gonna give you all the tools, then you try it, then you see. If it's not working on this one, working on another type of eyes. The only thing I haven't added here, you know, the droopy eyes, that the angle goes down. So for the droopy eyes, I don't recommend to work with these curls because especially with the cat eye or fox eyes, so the longest by the end. Why? Because it's gonna make your client eye look even like getting the sad look. So we were trying to avoid it. If you see your client have droopy eyes, we're trying to open their look and we're trying to put the longest length on the middle. Okay? Any questions here? All right. Next. No, before that. So now we're gonna go a little bit deeper, and we're gonna talk about the top 5 mistakes that a lot of artists do. First is incorrect application in the inner corners. Second is wrong direction, heavy styling on the wrong eye shapes, and incorrect base placement. We're gonna go deep now to each topic so you will see what's the main mistakes and how to avoid them. So this is just pictures from internet. That's what we unwanted. Basically, the first mistake is using a long length for the inner corners. So as you can see on this picture, it doesn't look natural, it doesn't look good. Your client's gonna feel a lot of discomfort when you're gonna use the long length on the inner corners. And have you ever seen this, like some of your clients asking you just to not feel their inners? I had so many. Just because they had previous experience with long lashes on the inner corners, and this gives so much discomfort to your client, and this is bothering them. That's why they don't want them. But if you know how to work correctly with the inner corners, believe me, all your clients, none of your clients ever gonna ask you to not feel the inners. The second mistake is to not feel in the inners at all. So when we are not feeling the inners, obviously we're getting those type of look. And for me, it just look incompleted, and it doesn't look natural, and it's look like we already need a flip. So that's we're also trying to avoid it. And on the third picture, you see that we're using L and M or D curls on the inner corners. This is also a mistake. Like L and M doesn't look like super nice on the inners. You will see it when you start working with it. Like on the pictures look fine, but believe me, it's gonna bother your client. So this is 3 main mistakes that we're trying to avoid it, and I'll give you examples. And now we're gonna talk how to avoid these mistakes. You can take videos, you can take pictures as much as you can, and also guys, don't forget to tag me. I'll be so appreciated. Here in this picture, you can see how I'm working with the inner corners. So here's the main rule. First of all, we're trying to achieve 100% of coverage. So our main goal is to cover 100% of lashes. The second thing, we're mixing the curls. Do some of you mixing the curls before? Have you ever had experience? I love using C or B curls on the inners, even if I'm working with the D curl. Because for me, they're much softer, they look so much better, so natural, and they're not even any discomfort, and they're not bothering your client. So we're using C or B curls on the inner corners. The third and main rule, and I can see a lot of artists, especially here, doing these mistakes. They're using the very long lashes. So for me personally, 5 millimeters, 6 millimeters, 7 millimeters max is length that we're using on the inner corners. I know not a lot of brands are offering this like short length. It's harder to work with them because they're smaller, but once you get used to it, you will see a big difference when you're working with the shorter length, especially in the inners. We all know our inner corners are much shorter, much thinner, and obviously it's so hard to work with them. So we have to lift our inners, and we are trying to see the base of our lash, and we are trying to always feel 100% with the shorter length. We have a Boost 117, we have the shorter length if you're looking for 5 and 6 millimeters. I'm mixing them in mixes 5 and 6. That's what we're using in our studio, that's what I do use in my work, and if you're looking for the shorter lengths, we have it here. So this is the main rules for working with the inner corners, and now we're gonna talk about direction. You know guys, right? Our lashes grow in different directions, so they're not always straight and perfect, and that's why we don't have to follow the natural direction, we have to give direction to the lashes. And it's very crucial in working with L&M curls, because if you're not gonna follow the direction, obviously we're gonna get the messy look. So that's what we're not looking to get in our work. Now we're gonna talk how we can achieve, and I'm gonna give you my technique, how to get a beautiful direction. Again, everything comes with the practice. I know if you haven't followed the direction before, it's maybe something new for you. But once you start it with practice, you'll get there. You'll get better and better with every work, just following the right technique. And I'm giving you the one now. So the correct direction, how I'm achieving this beautiful look. I'm kind of dividing my eye by 3 sections. So this is going to be inner section, this is going to be middle section, and this is going to be outer corner section. There's third section. So basically what I do, of course you can add more like when you do your mapping, but when we're just talking about direction, it's 3 sections. So first section, the inner corner set lashes, is going to be directed parallel to the client nose. So when we're applying lashes, we have to make sure we're applying them parallel to the nose, or we can slightly tilt them to the temple. But we never tilt them to the nose, because once you start tilting them to the nose, it's never going to look natural, it's never going to look perfect. So this is the main rule for the inner corners, always parallel to the nose. The middle section, we're slightly tilting. So once you apply lashes, you just hold it for a second, you're trying to tilt to the temple, and basically that's how we give the direction. And outer corners, always, no matter what look we're doing, open eye, cat eye, natural, we're always extremely tilting our client's lashes to the temple. So basically when we're working with the right eye and with the left eye, here's the tip. You know guys, we can apply lashes on the side or on the top or under. So when working with L curls, I would say it's better to apply on the side, and that's going to give the natural direction. So when we're working with the right eye, we're applying lashes on the side, on the right side. This is naturally going to give us direction. And when we're working with the left eye, we're applying lashes on the left side. And work in 3 sections. Any questions about direction? Try it. So the next mistake that we're going to talk about is heavy styling on the wrong eye shapes. So kind of this picture look okay, right? For us. Something wrong, but we don't know what. So here, the artist made the outer corners too full and heavy when using the L curl. So as you can see here, like our client got sad look. We don't want the sad look. We want to open them up and we want to give the better styling. So here, obviously what we're trying to avoid and how we're gonna avoid it, we're gonna talk about in the next slide. When we're working with outer corners, guys, also you have to remember, same with the inners. Our 5 to 10 lashes, I would say, on the outer corners, they're always shorter and they're always thinner. So even when we're doing a fox eye, even when we're using the longest length by the end on the outer corners, still, let's say 5 to 10 lashes, you have to apply with the shorter length. It's not gonna mess up your look. You're still gonna get a fox eye or cat eye, but it's not gonna give you the droopiness. Sometimes, again, depends on your client natural lashes, because sometimes our client natural lashes are so full, so long, so we can do that. But most of the clients, I would say 90% of the clients, having last 5 to 10 lashes shorter, thinner, and we have to use the shorter length. So here, on this picture, you can see, this is, by the way, the best angle to take pictures. So kind of your client looks straight, you come from the side, and that's how you take picture. So here you can see the flat base, and you can see how beautiful like this L curls look. So this is like very good angle to take a picture. So we're gonna talk about pictures by the end, because you know, guys, once we have a good pictures, good lighting, good quality, that's how clients come to us. So when we're working with outer corners, we have to avoid heavy or overly long lashes on the outer corners. So as I said before, first 5 to 7 lashes we have to fill with the shorter length. Let's say here we have 12 millimeters, last 5 we're doing with 10. You're not gonna mess up the look, but your client not gonna get the sad looking, and you're not gonna give the droopiness. And again, always consider natural lash selection, because this is very, very important. Let's go to the next slide. Any questions here? The next thing what we're going to talk about is correct base placement. So as you can see here, first of all, we have to achieve the perfect isolation when we're working, especially with these girls, like always in your work. Our goal is to isolate just one lash in our tweezers. And as you can see here, the base of the extension must sit flat against the natural lash. So basically, when I have my lash here, as you can see, my base is fully attached to the natural lash. And that gives me the better retention, and that's how we work with the correct placement. So a strong and clean attachment ensure lash won't twist and lift or fall off too early. Make sure you don't have any detachments when you're applying lashes, because also sometimes a lot of artists have issues with twisting, especially with L&M curls. So your goal here is like fully attach the base to the natural lash. So this is very crucial because of the sharp angle of these curls. So it's very easy to place the extension too high or off of the balance, which leads to poor retention and messy look. We don't want any messy looks. That's why we have to make sure we place our lashes correct. Let's go to the next slide. Fan creation, different volume types. No, before, see. So I'm mostly working with 2D to 7D curls. We're working with Russian volume techniques. And this is the best techniques what you can use for those curls, because I know guys, the bouquet technique, that someone working in bouquet technique or something, where you have like 20 lashes, 0.3. Yeah, this is like
Dramatic.
It's very dramatic, so I don't feel like it's gonna look with L&M curls because when your fans are too wide, it's never gonna look with the L curls. You're gonna have like messy look with those curls. So I would say Russian volume is the best for those curls, and you can use any thickness. You can use any type of volume. Everything gonna looks good if you're gonna follow everything what we've been talking about today. So perfect fan is balance, control, and clean attachment. So when we have in a perfect fan, as you can see, for example, here in the picture, when they're like close to each other, it's gonna look beautiful, believe me. So when we have a wider fans here, so I created a couple like wide fans, so you're gonna see the difference between those two types. We don't want any wide fans. Our goal is to create narrow, symmetrical opening. As narrow as your fan are, it's better your work gonna look. So narrow fans is better retention and control. We have to make sure we have a clean base because this is the key for proper attachment. On the next slide, we're gonna have video. I'm gonna show you what we're talking about. No, not yet. So we have to avoid bulky or wide fans because this is gonna create messy look and this is gonna give us a poor retention. So if you want your lashes last longer, make sure your fans are perfectly opening and they're narrow and they have a clean base. And of course we have to match fan size to their natural lashes, so we have to make sure our clients have better retention. We have to check their natural length. We don't have to use super long lashes. I would say this is also the key because when we're using, let's say 15s or 16s, it's never gonna look better. So always try to be in like 11 or 13 max. On the next slide, I'm gonna show you a video. Can you stop it now, Stina, please? Can you stop? So I'm working in pinching method, like pinching technique. I know some of you guys working from this strip, right? But I'm giving you this one because that's how I work. For me, I feel like it's the easiest way to work and create your fans. It's super easy when you're working because of the base, because we can hold the base in our fingers. If you guys can just record it now, if you have any issues, just DM me. I would be happy to send you this video so you can go over it later and you can see step by step what I'm doing. So our goal here is your fan should have a narrow symmetrical shape, sharp clean base, and even spacing between lashes. Do we have a voice here?
They didn't connect sound.
They didn't connect sound. Okay, so voice over. I'm gonna do voice over. All right, let's play that. So here I'm showing different types. We're starting with 2D curl. Also, guys, you can come to my booth. I can show you the fanning, like if you need it, if you need any help with that. So basically, I'm just holding the base between my two fingers, and I'm gently open my fan with my tweezers. This is pretty much it. That's what we're doing. So here I created 2D, then I'm creating 3D, now I'm picking more lashes, and the same technique. So I can twist a little bit if my fan is not opening. Of course, guys, you have to make sure that you are working with great tools, especially when you do handmaids. I know some of you working with the pre-mades. For me, I never use the pre-mades in my work. I feel like they don't last longer. They're not gonna look beautiful because all pre-mades are super white, especially for L&M pros. That's why I always do them handmade. So I'm doing like more lashes. I'm grabbing more lashes. The more lashes you have, the less opening between your lashes should be. So if we have a 2D, we have a big opening. If we have 3D, we have less opening. So make sure you have symmetrical opening and even space between lashes. We don't really care about the base. Your base don't have to be like super perfect when you're just creating the fans. Once you dip it into the glue, it's gonna be even. Yeah, and here I created like my 70 fan. That's basically what I use for my Russian volume. Once we dip it in the glue, that's it. Our goal here is our base needs to be fully into the glue. So we have to make sure all base in the glue, and that's what we're doing. When we're applying lashes, we're getting the pattern retention. Any questions? Right, guys, so if you need the video, I know there is no sound. I do have a voiceover like on the original video, but I don't have sound here. So if you guys can just DM me, I'm gonna send you the video. Of course, we have to make sure we're working with the right tools. Good tweezers are crucial in our work, especially when we do handmaids. So we have to make sure, here is my favorite product that I'm using. L-shaped tweezers, they're perfectly working with any type of volume from like 2D to let's say 10D. Grabbing any volume, make sure your tweezers are sharp and make sure you're grabbing your fan on the end of the lashes. The next one, my favorite, is the boot shape. I'm using it for Russian volume. And the next one is 75 degree. I love it. I'm so excited to work with all of these types. Again, we have all products here. If you guys just can stop by our booth, you can try them on. You can try how it's working. I can show you again if I'm creative, and I can help you with that. Make sure you're working with the good quality product, because when you do your handmaids, it's going to be much easier for you in the work. So when we're using a cheap product, of course, we can do that. Our client not going to see a big difference, but when we use with the high quality product, it's always better for us because it's make our work easier. So I'm using our lashes, they're made in Korea. We're working with them for over 3 years and I love them. You're more than welcome to come and try them on if you're gonna like it. So we have all types of L curls and M curls on our booth. We have different thickness. We also have brown lashes, guys. Are you offering brown lashes in your studios? A lot of clients love it. Like once I started working with brown lashes, everyone like, oh my god, what's that? It's so different. Also, if you want to charge more, brown lashes cost more. So obviously, you can raise your prices or you can offer them this service and charge more for it. Okay, and next one is pictures. No, mappings. I'm gonna give you mappings. My main mappings that I'm using, again, it doesn't mean you have to use exact length that I'm using here. You can use, instead of 11, 12, instead of 4 or 5, whatever. So to achieve the eyeliner look, I love mixing the curls, and I do love working with layering. If you guys don't know how to work, I know a lot of clients now asking for wispy sets. A lot of them don't like perfect lashes anymore, like perfect lash lines. But we're offering perfect lash lines, and to offer perfect lash line, we have to know how to work with layers. I'm giving you different mappings. Again, you can use this one, you can change the length, you can play with that, but this is like the basic. And when mixing the curls, this is also crucial. When you mix in the curls, you have to know about layering. So on the first picture, you can see the eyeliner effect. So to achieve the eyeliner effect, we're using very short length on the inner corners and on the middle section. So this is the only way you can reach the eyeliner effect. I started inner corners with 4C, and then I keep going, like 5C, 6C, 7C. And when I'm going from 8C to 9L, so you can see I'm using 11, 10, and 9 in L. So basically my outer corners, I fill it in with L curls. So what I'm doing here, the transition zone from 9L to 8C, here, I have to work with the layers. So to get the smooth transition, on the bottom layer, I'm editing already 8, and on the upper layer, I still using 9. Got it? All right, so here, I'm showing you layering. Basically, I can see from here. So this is eyeliner look. You can use longer if you want eyeliner to be like little longer. You can use like even 13 or 14, but make sure you mix it with the C curls. Most of my work I always mix, so I never do a full look with L or M curls, and especially inners. And when I go also like from one length to another one, I have to make sure the upper layer I'm using with the longer length, and upper layer I'm using with the shorter length. That's how we're trying to achieve perfect lash line. Cat eye look. So here's one of my favorite work, and here's dark brown lashes. So I'm using shorter length on the inner. I'm using C curl, and as you can see here, by the end I'm using L curl. And I'm doing not only layering, so most of my eye I'm filling in with the longer length on the upper lashes, and on the bottom lashes I'm using shorter length. That's give us like more Russian volume look, perfect lash line. Again, you can use Wispy. If you're doing Wispy, you don't really like care about perfect lash line. You don't really have to work with layering. The most important here, the transition zone. When you go from, for example, C to L curl, the transition zone. This is the main rule, what you have to follow. The longer length and different curls on the upper lashes. So here you can see a fox eye. Beautiful eyeball. I love it, my favorite. So here, very simple mapping. You also guys can take picture. Here is the M curl. As you can see, here is like more softer look, not like before and with the L curls. So here also I'm mixing the curls. I'm doing like half of my eye with the C curl and another half with the M curl. And the next one is also eyeliner look, but it's thicker liner. So sometimes clients asking for thinner, and here we have a thicker. Like for me personally, I like thicker look. So here I'm using my max length is 13 in L. And as you can see here, I have on the outer corners shorter length. So that's not gonna give my client droopiness, so I'm using 11 on my outer corners, and still I'm achieving the eyeliner look, but it's not gonna give me droopiness on my outer corners. And then extremely, when I finish with my long outer corners, I have to make inner corners, and the second section, like middle section of the eye, I'm filling in with the circles. So this is basically give us eyeliner look, and believe me guys, if you're gonna start offering this service, you can charge much more for this looks, because I remember I got a lot of clients asking me for eyeliner look, and they're like, there's no way I can find anywhere here this look. So I'm like, okay, 100 more.
Question, are you able to do the eyeliner look with the M as well, or just
Of course,
the L?
yeah.
Okay.
But L just look better because it's like
It actually
extreme.
gives, okay, good to know.
Our next thing that we're gonna talk is about content creation with L and M curls. So I'm giving you like just the best angles. I like to take picture when my client lying down. So like from up, I go as closer as you can to my client eye to take pictures and make sure it's good lighting. I have like 3 lamps on like on the top, making sure it's a good lighting. I'm using just the simple apps as the Snapseed and Facetune just to clean the skin. Basically, this is the best angles. I like doing portraits as well, especially before and after, to just show the difference. And especially guys, if you have a client and you've been doing before like C-curl, let's say, and then you offer in a D-curl, it's gonna be a very, very good for your Instagram when you have a client with the C-curl and the same client with M-curl. And you're gonna see a big difference, and believe me, you can offer to your clients also, you know, new styles. And they're like, okay, here's the big difference. Like here my look changed completely. Yeah, just take a picture. This is pretty much it. This is the main things what you have to know how to work with these curls. Now we're gonna go through questionnaire. I just want to ask you if you guys have any questions. Anything? Yeah?
So when it comes to the transitioning, how do you transition? Like, for example.
So, do you know how our lashes grow, right? They growing in the layers. We don't have one layer of the lashes. So, for example, our bottom layer, right, and upper layer. Let's talk about 2 layers. The main ones, upper and top. So when we're working with the upper layer, for example, we have 9L and we transition into the C curl. So our bottom layer, we're filling in with L still, and we're going to try to transition to C curl. So on the upper layer, we're doing C already. So on the upper, we're gonna have L. On the you got me. The upper we're gonna have C, and the bottom we're gonna have C, and upper we're gonna have L. That's how we're trying to achieve. Got it?
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Any more questions?
Thank you.
Thank you guys. So here is my gift for you. Since we have a lot of L&M in our store and we have the best tweezers, I'm offering for each one who's gonna be here, your promo code is 40% off on all products. So you're more than welcome to join, to go to our store, and we're offering 40% off only for you guys. And if you're ready for your certificates, please come and grab it. Again, thank you so much for attending my class. I enjoyed so much. I hope it's been so helpful for you. If you guys just can tag me in, and I would be so happy to see your work. And I'm so excited for you. I hope you can charge more, offer unique work, and I'm just super excited to see your work. Just send it to me, I can help you. Alright guys, certificates. Congratulations! You just have to put your name here, okay? Congratulations! You can do that too. Just say you attend the class. Just show the certificate. So it's only for you.
Очень, очень, очень общий.
Congratulations! Just have to put your name. Congrats!
Ну ты меня понимаешь, ни разу не спросила.
Значит, сейчас пойдем. 15 минут осталось и пойдем. Потом домой. Окей.
How much are you charging now?
Выключаем.
120? 150 at least. You do volume? So just put your name there and put it on your wall, and I'll be so happy to see your pictures, guys. 300. My refills are 200. So I don't have a big difference with at all because it's Russian volume. I'm so excited to see your price. Send it to me.
I will.
Congratulations! Just put your names there, okay? I hope you enjoy it. Katyushka, picture. Can you help?
Yeah, I'm sorry. All the angles.
She knows how to take pictures. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, yeah.
We have more on our Come join.
We have good music, good product.
Don't forget, yeah, 117. Don't forget to tag me.
Okay,
Soon if you
I
can
will,
go
yes,
there
ma'am.
because like girls are coming now.
Thank you so much. I have four.
Okay. Picture.
Picture. Where's the phone?
No.
Oh, sorry. I was like. this your name?
This is my company name. My name is Tati.
Tati?
Yeah, so that's my name.
My name is Tatiana.
Tatiana, yeah, it's a full name, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright guys, it was nice to meet you. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it.
I have a
Okay.
picture too.
I will personally sign your name.
Put the owner in the little bag. Thank you. I love it.
One for you?
Yeah,
Of course, since you are here. Since you finished the class.
Yes.
Even you're not doing lashes, I know. But thank you. Of course.
You did great.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi guys. I hope you enjoy it.
How cute. Picture.
Sure. Thanks for joining me. Thank you.
It's my turn.
Alright.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes, we did. You came in the beginning, but it was nice.
You came right on time, guys.
I came for the best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tag me on Instagram.
Sure, I will.
Tanya Lashes at Pro.
Thank you. Thank
Here you go, love.
Definitely would like to connect because you guys
Of course, we're so close. We're so close.
Would you like to take a picture of you?
Sure.
I can do it.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Don't forget to tag me on Instagram and send me pictures.
Every time.
You're one.
Повернись, сфоткайся, держи так, чтобы было видно двумя ручками. А что там такое видео? Сейчас.
Классно. Еще сертификат получила.
Да, бля, что это? Сейчас.
Пирамида сидела.
VIP. Билет.
Сколько времени вообще успела?
Ты все вообще сделала четко.
Я даже раньше закончила.
Пошли туда теперь, да?
Вы чё?
Тебя.
Зая, ну потом
Для
все
тебя.
скажу, давай. А мне, кстати, где мой сертификат?
Денис, тебе тоже надо?
Еще для папы надо. Еще для папы.
Молодец, Зайка, умничка.
Пап, что ты в очередь не становишься?
Катюшка, можно написать?
Нет, официально все у нас.
Блин, а как оно работает?
Что, телефон?
Да.
С техникой, главное, с какой разобрался.
У меня же не iPhone.
Спасибо.
А для папы?
Кайф. Все, Зай, вообще молодец. Вообще молодец.
Бля.
Все, пошли, шампуська выпиши, надо это идти туда, там уже пойдут.
А
сейчас
для
многие.
Сейчас
папы?
пойдем продавать.
Давай, Зай, пошли продавать.
Я на следующем возьму.
Зай, что такое, оно прилипло? А, нет,
Это микрофон отдай Денису, ты оттуда снял?
Денчик,
Раз,
держи.
да. И второй у тебя должен быть. А второй был на этом лежал.
Вот это, который тут лежал.
А у тебя который?
Я только что отдала.
А вот это, вот, сори.